crazy, but I'm gonna make it work. Hope everybody's doing well out there. You and your families. It's a strong weekend going on. A lot of traffic here in New York. Let's get There we go. Okay, in effect, man, it's been rough. When I'm dealing with it, everything is good. I got some good graphics going on. We're gonna move smooth with what we got right now. Okay, I know it sounds a little crazy, but we're gonna move through it, and just allow me to do my due, get things started up for you. Okay. Now, we've been mentioning the logical fallacies from the last show and a half ago. Thank you, thank you. You know, I got my audience up. Okay, chat is in the building. Sun C's in the house. This is the sun spot. I'm gonna make a sun's light. You know, what is the chit chatter earthly matter? I hope you're ready for some Omega Sun data. This is the Cereal Soul Real bowl mix, a late bowl right now because it was looking real janky with the graphics and the sound is still so. You know what I mean? Gotta do what we gotta do for the time that we gotta do it. You know what I mean? So I was mentioning on the last call on the last episode called Let's Communicate. We were talking about life and death, healing and illness, heaven and hell on the tip of your tongue. All depending on your perspective of what the conversation is and the art of arguing, bringing in your opinions. You know, everyone is entitled to his or her opinion, but not his or her own facts. It was a quote by Daniel Patrick Moynihan, and that rings true. The facts are going to be the facts. You know, I'm sure you heard, and I hope you understand what it means when it says there's your side, my side, and the truth. You know, I wanted to put myself in there. You know, just to make it be known that I'm not above reproach. And as I always state, I'm not the definitive voice nor the authority. It's a brother with observation and my perspective on things. But nonetheless, there are certain things that need to be taken in consideration. When you're arguing, you have to have common ground. Hopefully, you have enough information in order to establish a good argument or contention. But just to deliver your point, right? This is a hearty cereal mix. We're going to mix it up in a minute, but I wanted to clear this out because I don't want to do a part two. Let's communicate. I refer you to Aristotle, or is it Plato? The 28 fallacies, right? Where there are about 7 running fallacies that everybody uses in their logic. You know, we spoke about confirmation bias and we talked about cognitive dissonance, how they go hand in hand. How the facts are always going to be the fact. Data matters. Data, however you want to pronounce it, it still matters. And it's delusional to think that you're going to move around that, until you can say, listen, I'm going to form a better sense of getting the data. Then you can move on, right? Don't fall for these logical fallacies. Let me move the screen real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. There you are. Logical fallacies such as hasty generalizations, right? And even with that, some people like to exclude themselves from the generalizations, saying that their personal experience or them seeing a personal experience makes up for all the data. It's not. It's not the case. It's just an exception to the rule. It doesn't dismiss the rule, especially after we accumulated so much data to base as fact. Ad hominem, that's when they screaming and cussing you out rather than get to the situation. Big deflection. Appeal to ignorance. Appeal to ignorance. It's like, well, we don't got to know about that, so it doesn't matter. Don't throw that in there because we don't know much about it. Instead of addressing the topic again. And it's okay to say you don't know. It's okay to say that. Argument from authority. That's what we. That's why I say I may not be an authority in the situation. I haven't sat that long with a certain field of study. I'm not going to tell you I'm an expert. It may be outside my wheelhouse, and it's disingenuous and dishonest for me to approach like I know a thing when there's so many more factors to it. So I deal with what I can deal with, and if you can enlighten me, I'm willing to listen. Active listening. And all this is just to stop miscommunication, which leads to more problems, and get to a road of conflict resolution. Many of the things that we're going through now, the battles and wars of words and ideas, is because of the miscommunication. And the fact that people can't get back on the road of conflict resolution. In conflict resolution, you can probably come up with a better source of ideas. Even merge the two ideas and agendas together. So argument from authority, another one. There's no know-it-alls here. Appeal to tradition, just because it's been going like that doesn't mean that, every part of the new phase of the argument is going to continue the same way. Just because it's been going on like that doesn't mean it has to stay going on like that. Just because people been living a certain way doesn't mean they continue to live a certain way. We introduced modern society. Look, technology. We wasn't thinking about smartphones 35 years ago. Yeah, 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Yeah, everybody had to flip stuff, flip phones, and think that two ways. Now we're talking about holograms, phones embedded inside the communication devices. I want to say phones, communication devices embedded inside the body. What do you think all these summits are about? It's to introduce the new level of society, and if everybody's on board, and where they are, like where are you, in the grand scheme of things as we launch this new lifestyle. First, it's going to appeal to those, the luxury types, because it's an exclusive lifestyle, and then it makes people jump up. I don't know if you've noticed that. First, the luxury society, or high society, they get the technology and the advancements early on to boost their level of the playing field. Then it trickles down to like the mid-level, the mid-rich. Those are called themselves the minor wealthy into the mega-rich, and then from the mega-rich into the mid-rich, and from the mid-rich to the decent, part of rich society. And then it gets to the general public. Oh, yeah, there's levels to this. And then once it gets to the general public, it becomes passe for those that were in the exclusive high society. Like, oh, you just getting that? Like, yeah, thought this was new. And we're not even talking about military grade going into civilian life. Yeah. Red herrings, throw something in the mix of the conversation that has nothing to do with anything, but it becomes a thing to talk about, and we just blow way off the subject. We're talking about power tools and nails, and you introduce a real red herring into it. Now we got to talk about fish to qualify the power tools and nails. It don't make sense. And post hoc ergo proctor hoc. We're gonna go through that together. Well, not together, Tim. Then I'm gonna throw up a clip because that's what I do here on the mix show. Throw the mixed clips up. Assuming that an event must have been the cause of a later event because it happened earlier. Assuming that the event caused an event because it happened before. A lot of people do that too. A lot of people do that too. And it kind of links in with what was it, the appeal to tradition as well. Not taking into consideration that there are new factors and, evolving and, but that's something for you guys to look into. You see that, know that these are some of the fallacies that come up in debate and arguments, and it can be very frustrating if you're trying to stay on the topic. Stay with the data, stay as close to the data as possible, stay with the facts. Evidence and proof is a thing. Receipts is a new term. Just because somebody put up what they call a receipt doesn't make it solid. A receipt is a transfer from a transaction. For something had to happen for you to get a receipt. Proof is proof, is evidence, it's tangible. There's no way around it. All right? The proof is the conclusion of a body of facts coming together from different lanes of reality. It's irrefutable. And I just wanted to let that be known. Let's go into our clips. It's time to add some footage. Switch things off a little bit. As I hook the clip up for you, full clip. Do you want to test with this? Gangstar, one of the best yet. Here go the first full clip. Hope you can hear it. When I fly through with it, we're gonna go into it. It's the mixed show.
I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters won't always be nameless, give them no clout, I give them no power. Creators built different than ancient, sooner than later, what will be ours? I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization. To infinity, even beyond it, I am a common, no destination. A lot of things I am above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. Do not come for the people I love, cause then I get scary, then I get ugly, yeah. Ain't no problem when I'm the equation. Present, noted, observation. I'm not new here, reborn, creation. Come and find me, sending location. I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters won't always be nameless, give them no clout, I give them no power. Creators built different than ancient, sooner than later, what will be ours? I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization. To infinity, even beyond it, I am a common, no destination. A lot of things I am above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. Do not come for the people I love, cause then I get scary, then I get ugly, yeah. Ain't no problem when I'm the equation. Present, noted, observation. I'm not new here, reborn, creation. Come and find me, sending location.
Ooh, I love it, I love it. Oh, that was fly. That was fly. That was very fly. Like, sister was going in. Sister was going in. It's stuff like that, man. Stuff like that you leave on the trail. somebody's day, it might, change their situation. I like to do stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Probably
Next.
one of the greatest that is
Hold
about.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. I almost forgot I was in studio mode. I need to switch things up a little bit. We got more clips coming in hot. You know what I mean?
You're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
My next joint that I'm gonna do, the next show I'm gonna do is about being a real one. Oh, that's gonna be kind of, yeah. I'm gonna invite a lot of people up in there. It's gonna be like the men's group going up in there, and we're gonna settle the score on what a real one is. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta change the narrative on these streets. People thinking that violence and disrespect and just real low fruit hanging stuff makes them a real one. Mess around with a bunch of women. Yeah, it's ugly out there. Just because you got money too don't make you a real one. You know what I'm saying? You could be a clown with a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? But then a lack of money don't make you a real one either. You gotta be able to support families out here. And as hard as it gets, you make it harder from your vitriol against somebody else. Sad case. Flip it to the next script. This is about inflation.
Fair to say you simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we as a central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally, and we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government guaranteed securities, and that actually increases the money supply.
Congress, he believes, should spend money to expand its historic bailout.
Okay, we're gonna go over that again. Because I'm sure there was some wording you didn't see you didn't hear that was sitting on the screen available while the guy was talking. This is from a 60 minutes clip, so I'm bound there's some wait for me in my email or something like that. Nah, they do. But check this out again. See if I can lower this.
Fair to say you simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did.
Okay. He admits that the federal revenue debases currency. And the clip, is a parenthesis says it's counterfeit. And it's interesting. What we qualify as being real in existence is that what you can back up. And even though you can say that it's counterfeit, you're still going to use it because it's backed up by something. And I want you to really peep game on what it's backed up by.
That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we as a central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally, and we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government guaranteed securities.
You lose purchasing power through inflation. It's like we've stating for the last couple of weeks. When the price of bread and milk start rising, people start panicking. But these dips have to take place for the shifts. And the shifts allow a new influx of money being backed. It's a trade-off. Think of every shift that happened since the Civil War. Oh yeah, it's been going on long before then too, but there's always been a shift. A new product has been entered, and the the the, the money system has to catch up. Oh yeah.
And that actually increases the money supply.
Increasing the money supply destroys the savings. And I don't know if anybody has felt the hit. Look, you can look like you're living on top of the world only because further down the line from that wealth hierarchy that I was just mentioning, you tend to spend more to show that you're in a certain place. So if you have the feeling of not being defeated, you know. But the bottom line is we're on a shoestring budget, the globe, and you say like, how's the globe in debt? How? Indebted to who? To what? Digital printing by the Feds has created the widening wealth gap, a stock bubble, in the current economic crisis. Much of this is due to greed. Feeling that the space that you have is too small, so you need several other spaces to occupy as your space. And then you have to weigh out, is this deserved because of your position, or is this just the way how it works? This is what's supposed to happen? This is because I'm able to acquire and maybe your talents or your intellectual acumen is just that advanced that you feel the need to want to own everything. Let's go further.
Congress, he believes, should spend money to expand its historic bailout.
Fair to say you simply...
Much of this is because, like I said, not just greed, but also not reinvesting. What's due is a reinvestment in the infrastructure to put people in more practical positions to change and grow their destiny wherever they are, whoever they are. You teach somebody how to work refrigeration, work electrician, work as a farmer, more sustaining capabilities in trade, stuff that you actually can build here and then make it affordable. You start to repair the infrastructure, the old bridges, the old roads, railroad tracks, so products can go to and from different places. But of course, people's prejudice as well has isolated themselves from the grander scheme of things, from the grand network that can be built. So less products and services get to you. They're not serviced as well, especially if your roads are damaged. You don't have any, great storage places. The water is come on, we can go. We're gonna do a whole show on that. You're trying to get me in my bag right now. Trying to get me in my bag. I can't believe it. Let's move on. I like to clip with the sister. I had to throw that in there. All right, let's do what I do on Sundays usually. I love this stuff right here. I'm gonna look at the clip. A great movie. When this movie was out, Kung Fu flicks. That's what I'm into. The Brave Archer Part 2. Let's dig into it. my transition joint? They're trying to play. Here we go. You do the TV transition on you.
Sunspot.
Now the guy right there, iron palm. He got the iron palm technique. He stuck his hand into like an iron pellets that was in a cauldron. And just pounded his hands in there. The younger guy was on several kung fu flicks too. Nasty. This way watching series. Yeah. And he had to learn from number 6. No. Number 5, the lizard. From the 5 different demons. I think this guy with the red and black iron palm is number 3 to Toad. Because the Venoms would go from movie to movie. Another one is the Crippled Avengers. Kid with the golden arm, which was number 3 to Toad. Uh-oh, he's about to bring the iron palm out. His hands turn gray. It's crazy. Iron palm. Get in that. What? Yo, if it's silly soggy, you gotta mix it up with something dry, alright? That's gonna put a whole another bowl in there. Don't move the milk. Alright, you just sold him a little something. Just sold him a little something. Just sold him a little something. Iron palm. Iron palm.
Sunspot.
Yeah. That's what I work with. That's what I work with right there. How can you not? Oh man, that was the flavor back then. I don't know what y'all was talking about. Y'all was thinking about. Here's another one. Watch when this going kick in. Hold up. Okay. The thing with Buddha's fist is that the technique, he uses the person's own weight against them. That's why he's balancing himself on top of him. So he's kicking the tendons in his legs in. The muscles start to pound in. The knee, the cartilage starts to pound in. All that using his weight on his weight, while still developing the blocking style and the parrying style. Oh, watch this, man. This is crazy. Buddhist fist. Oh man, I want to show you the whole clip another time. If you can, go into the Buddhist fist. Oh man, good movie, excellent movie. I got one more clip for you, then I'm bouncing out. Let me see if my chat is rocking the way it's supposed to rock. And this is just, a show I usually, kick it in gear, warm myself up, send a nice lively thought to the community. Hopefully one of these clips will change your day and your outlook on things. You know what I'm saying? Provide some information. That's always a plus. That's always a plus. Can you dig it? Now where's my... Yeah. here we go. And 1, 2, 3, you think it's going on. The ghetto jam is about to slam. I salute from the day. Oh wow, that's the only thing. My Twidget be wildin'. Twidget, not the Twidget. Okay, we get one more clip in, and then we out. We out on the town for another round. It's the midday. Hope you and yours are doing well. You're focused. This last clip right here. Hold on. Turn this off. It's about love, and I don't care where you're from, what you look like at this point. This is beautiful. The way that he expressed his love for his woman, and the way she just looks at him, know that he was saying something true. And whoever got a love like this out there, I, you know, I really, you know, I pray for you. I pray for you. You know, it's a beautiful thing. I wish you and yours wellness and success in all your endeavors. But this is an enlightening love when you see it. I'm gonna play it back to back. Then we're gonna roll out on patrol. This is some serious stuff right here. It really caught me. It really caught me off guard. I ain't gonna front. You know, BK to the fullest, and you know, hard body and all that. But you know, I have feelings too. I have feelings too.
Why do you love me? That's a simple question.
It is a simple question, but it ain't a simple answer. Because of how you love me. It's a very
God.
It's a very spiritual love. I've been through a lot, and you never see me for what I've been through. You know, you see me for the best that I give to the world and I give to my family. And when everything starts to weigh on me, you kind of, you know, you breathe life back into me. That's why I love you. I love you because you're you. I love you because you're you to me. You know, I just love you because you're a gift that I get to experience in this life until I don't anymore, until I meet you again. And I'm the woman and you're the man.
Don't do that.
You know, so that's why I love you. It's this thing was it's God engineering. So it's perfect.
Oh, babe.
Y'all gonna make me cry. All right, that was awesome, you guys. I'm gonna cut and just stay.
Wow. Yeah, you know, if you got somebody out there that love you like that, you know, you're in a privileged situation, you're in a good spot, a good space in your life. You take it and you cherish it. You don't play around with it, regardless of what you look like, what you're going through. You know, that's important. You know, somebody's bonded to you a certain way where they can get to the inner you, that inner messy self. They can touch the gushy parts of you, you know, and make that emotion and energy come out, you know, and it makes you want to be a better person, you know. And that's what children do for their parents, you know. You know, people who are parents not often get, you know, the graciousness of the world and the meaning why. You know, they don't feel it and see it until they look into their child's eyes and know that their hard work is for something, especially if it's other than themselves, outside of themselves, you know. And that's It's a beautiful thing. Hold on. And same way when you have a spouse or somebody that you love in a solid relationship, you be able to look on them and feel that there's trust there and lean on them. You know, lean on that trust, and that's why people don't like when when it's they're taken advantage of. It's very unfortunate. You know, that you just I want to play that again. Actually, that's how fly that was. It was fly. I don't know, what you used to, but I like that. Shoot. You know, and whatever you're going through in life, whatever you're going through, that's just a little taste of what you can experience with the right person. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna play it again. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a reason to love you back. One more time.
Why do you love me? That's a simple question.
It is a simple question, but it ain't a simple answer. Because of how you love me. It's a very
God.
It's a very spiritual love. I've been through a lot, and you never see me for what I've been through. You know, you see me for the best that I give to the world and I give to my family. And when everything starts to weigh on me, you kind of, you breathe life back into me. That's why I love you. I love you because you're you. I love you because you're you to me. I just love you because you're a gift that I get to experience in this life until I don't anymore, until I meet you again. And I'm the woman and you're the man.
Don't do that.
So that's why I love you. It's this thing was it's God engineering. So it's perfect.
Oh, babe.
Y'all gonna make me.
Sunspot.
My mic all off. I'm bugging out. That was beautiful. Thank you for coming through. It's been great. This has been a longer show than expected because it's it's really supposed to be a short show of clips, and I just felt like going in a little bit. So definitely check the Block Reppin'. Got a salute to the Block Reppin'. About to throw some joint down. BlockReppin.com. Yeah. And I'll see you on the next Surreal Mix Bowl show. Hopefully we'll do it tomorrow. you know, and stay in tune. This is Omega Sons Light. We're gonna come in, we're gonna leave the same way we came in.